I'm Cindy Yates. I was invited to go to a bridge group, and I decided to give it a try. I've been attending now for a year and a half. Um, I was made to feel very welcome, very much at ease. Um, right for the very first meeting, everybody was so welcoming, and I just felt like I belonged there. And so I when I came in, they said, well, we have soup for supper, and we have a dessert usually, and so we did that, and we sat around the dinner table and talked about our week, how things are going, what we've been doing over the week, and just like your family would if you were sitting at home with your family at dinner. And then we go into the living room and we talk about the sermon, and we talk about how more in depth to what it says to us. We get more out of it, get other people's perspective of it. And then usually we ask the question, God, how can you be so good? And we talk about that too. And then after that, we have prayer. We bring our petitions, whatever needs we have, and someone prays the prayer for us, and we all agree. And then after that, we can either stay a while, visit if we would like, or we just go home. It was probably a couple meetings in. I observed mostly the first meeting, but I felt comfortable. I felt at ease, welcomed. Everybody was very welcoming. I felt no awkwardness being there. I felt very comfortable. Well, we went out to ice cream a couple times and just enjoyed that. And we've done a few projects. They had where they served at a dinner for Young Life, and others have done other things like that. I haven't served much in it, but I'm willing to. Yes, I feel like I'm way out of my comfort zone um, doing this video, but I felt it was very important for people to go to bridge groups. I felt like if God wanted me to do that, which I felt He did when they asked if anyone wanted to talk about bridge groups, I said it's just very important to our spiritual growth, to getting closer to God and other people, build relationships with other people. And I feel like I've grown a lot being in a bridge group. I think that God has shown me more things I need to be doing. I actually attended a come and see class this fall, and I'm waiting to see exactly where God wants me to serve in His kingdom. I think if people would give bridge groups a try, they would really enjoy it, and it would help them grow a lot spiritually.
First, I would like to thank Cindy for sharing her story with us about her experience with bridge groups. It has really grown her and stepped her out of her comfort zone, as she shared. And we thought that was really important for us to share with you, just an experience of someone who's in them and has just recently started. So I hope you enjoyed hearing her story and a little bit more about bridge groups. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Melissa Chesney. As you can see, this is my family. We have 5 kids, and you might recognize my husband Matt because he's the director of youth, and he often is behind this camera and doing the live stream. So in our sermon last week, Pastor talked about those different steps across the bridge, and one of those steps was Jesus saying to us, come and follow. That's one of the first steps, is to come and follow and to learn together. And in bridge groups, we do that. We grow and we learn together as a group because God created us for community and relationships. And so God wants that for you, and we also want that for you. So if you've never checked out a bridge group, I strongly encourage you to just come try them and see how that works for you. And we have a few different groups offered. So these are our groups for the winter bridge groups. We have 2 that are offered on Sundays. one at 9:30 in the morning at Midland before church. There are also classes for kids. So if you have a kiddo, you can drop them either off with the youth, or if they're 4 years through 5th graders, you can drop them off in the Journey to the Sunroom. And so they can also be in a bridge group learning too while you're learning at the 9:30 one. And then there is one at 6 o'clock on Sundays that also meets at Midland campus. There is one on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock that meets in Beaverton. There are two on Thursdays, one that meets at noon at Cultivate. That's a ladies' lunch group, so you can grab your lunch, come on over, and we just chat at Cultivate. And then there's one in the evening that meets at a Midland home at 6 o'clock. So if you are interested in that one, message me so that I can get you that address and you can try that one out. And then there's one more cool event that happens on a weekly basis. It's Taco Tuesday. They meet at the Beaverton campus, and they just get together, have food and fellowship time, and then they talk about the sermon. So I encourage you to get plugged into one of those groups. We would love for you to check it out. And if you have any questions, just message me.